Today we'll be discussing the Orange County Police decision to not help ICE with the Trump administration's latest plans for immigration arrest.
Followed by recent developments in the Houston Astros 2017 sign stealing scandal.
And finally, we're bringing you the latest CSUF and local news. All this and more on today's episode of The Report.
Hello and welcome to The Report, Cal State Fullerton's premier source for news, views, and info. I'm Ryan Matthew.
And I'm Jakeline Garcia.
And I'm Bree Eastlick. Now, before we get started with our first hot topic, we'd like to invite you to be a part of the discussion. Follow us on Twitter at The Report CSUF to check out our polls, questions, and news updates. And we also are active on Instagram. Check out our Titan TV Instagram at Titan TV CSUF for behind-the-scenes footage, sneak peeks, and bonus content.
Orange County law enforcement has made it clear they will not enforce federal immigration laws. This decision is in response to the Trump administration's current immigration legislation. The New York Times reported that this administration will create a task force with the Customs and Border Protection and ICE to send 100 officers and certified agents into protected sanctuary cities. The Times also stated, quote, agents will be sent out from February to May, including Los Angeles and San Francisco in California, end quote. Trump's decision to send specific agents to capture preserved cities are tailed by the lawsuits against 3 sanctuary cities implemented by the Justice Department, officials said. Attorney General William Barr said, quote, the lawsuit established our King County in Washington states of California and New Jersey, end quote. This is, I think I've never been prouder to live in Orange County than I am after this. This is, again, we talk about this all the time. We talk about all these different immigration reforms that Trump is trying to implement. And I feel like now hearing it from local city officials, it's kind of like hitting home for me that, like, I get it. Like, I have a reason to believe this way. And so, I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Because this is a huge move for the whole county of Orange County to say, no, we're not going to support you.
Yeah, so let's just go back, for those who don't know what a sanctuary city is, basically it protects undocumented immigrants from deportation or prosecution despite immigration laws, right? So basically, I think that with all of the ICE coming in here, if cities were really going to take a part of it and help them out, I don't think that that they're going to, it's going to make it a lot harder for local policemen because they already have so much on their plate, So I feel like a lot of citizens are like, how are they going to get their job done and have to help ICE on top of that? And also for the undocumented immigrants, they already don't really trust police as it is. And now I feel like it would only make it worse if they brought them in. What do you think?
I feel like it's more like a persecution for them. Ever since Trump became president, people have become afraid. They've, tried to find ways to be able to not get caught. And the reason why I really disagree about this, and it's really sad, is because they're called criminals. And it's like there's a lot of people here that come to the U.S. to be able to have a better life, not for their status or anything like that, just to be able to live better for their next generation as well.
The Orange County spokeswoman, Carrie Braun, she said that the Orange County Police Department has a duty to protect the people regardless of their citizenship, but specifically the people there, right? So if we're going to talk on the other side of this debate, what about these residents who are saying, I have some concern with you guys not partaking in what the president has put forward with us? What do you guys think about that?
I don't know. I mean, do you for cities that are going to be taking part of it or not?
For Orange County saying we're not helping the Trump administration take these people who really are fine and they're not bad people.
I know. I think that I think it's all going to be on sides. You know what I mean? So I feel like the police, they're either going to go take part of it or they're not going to do it. And you can't force them. You can try to force them, but that doesn't mean they're actually going to. But how about we wrap it up and get to the next topic?
Yeah, of course. For our next story, the race for the Democratic presidential nomination continues as the candidates have moved into Nevada ahead of the February 22nd Democratic caucus. 26,000 people voted early over the weekend, leaving the candidates fighting for the remaining votes. CNN reporter Jeff Zeleny updates us how each presidential hopeful plans to win the Silver State.
With your help, we're going to win here in Nevada.
The fight is on for Nevada.
It is so wonderful to be out of the snow and in this beautiful sunny state of Nevada.
The first 2020 Democratic contest in the West.
I know that people in Nevada are taking your responsibility, your influence, your power, that thumb on the scale that you have, so seriously.
5 days before the state's caucuses, early voting is already underway, in the most diverse test yet for the Democratic field. Front and center is a familiar debate over health care, but with a new twist. The state's powerful culinary workers union strongly opposes Medicare for all, saying abolishing private insurance would take away their hard-fought health insurance plans. It's one of the biggest challenges facing Bernie Sanders, whose support for Medicare for all is at the heart of his candidacy. His rivals are trying to capitalize on the divide, hoping to slow his surge.
No one should be able to tell them they can no longer have that plan. And I'll be damned if we're going to erase the union's efforts.
Joe Biden is trying to revive his campaign in Nevada after lackluster showings in Iowa and New Hampshire.
99.9% of the African American community hasn't voted yet, and 99.8% of the Hispanic community and Latino community hasn't voted yet.
A turnaround is coming.
One candidate not competing here is still hanging over the race, former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg. His Democratic rivals are piling on the self-funded billionaire.
The simple truth is that Mayor Bloomberg, with all his money, will not create the kind of excitement and energy we need to have the voter turnout we must have to defeat Donald Trump.
Yeah, I think he should be on the debate stage because I can't beat him on the airwaves, but I can beat him on the debate stage.
And I wanted to talk to you guys about this presidential nomination that's going to be held in February 22nd. I wanted to know what you guys think about it. What are your guys' expectations that might happen? I don't know. What do you think, Ryan?
I would say for this upcoming, it's for Nevada, right? So the Nevada people are going to vote on February 22nd who they want to be there, or it's going to be the caucus that's going to determine who will be the Democratic nomination for the state of Nevada, right? It's going to be, we have on Wednesday on the 19th, the 9th presidential debate, which will be the last one before they do this caucus. So it's very important that tomorrow at this debate that they really bring up the topics that the people and the voters need to know. I would say Nevada is one of the 5 minority states, including Texas, California, New Mexico, and Hawaii, who are also the majority of people there are minorities in other places in the world, right? And so in terms of getting the voters that they need, we saw earlier, 26,000 other people have already voted. So how are they going to get these other votes? And I really think it's keying in on these communities who need extra help.
Yeah, like the minorities are a big part of Nevada, and a left-wing organization actually just came out. It's called Mi Gente. They gave their support to Bernie Sanders. So they tweeted literally just this morning, quote, Senator Bernie Sanders has a long history of progressive stances and consistently remains on the side of working people. That's why we're proud to endorse Sanders for president, end quote. Now, they have over 25,000 followers on Twitter alone. So they're a very prominent organization. So I think this kind of gives an insight to where this voting is going to go. And also they like him because they believe he speaks up for the working class communities of all backgrounds. And also they say that if Trump gets reelected, that it would be life or death threat to the Latina community. And this really, I mean, it's going to be a very big vote for them in Nevada because they take up, 30% of
the Latino community in Nevada is 30%, just Latinos.
So, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that this could really be an insight to what is going to happen?
I mean, yeah, and the use of social media, I think that's a perfect way to be able to have the community gather together. I mean, like you said, it's either a life or death situation, which I'm pretty sure I hope that, a Democratic candidate out there can be able to have that opportunity to be able to change the system and be able to give us Latinos more of an opportunity to be able to have our voices heard.
Yeah. And I will say for the debate that we're having tomorrow night or on the 19th, we have 6 candidates that are going to be there. Biden, Buttigieg, Klobuchar, Sanders, Warren, and Bloomberg for the first time. This is the first time he's showing up to any of these debates. And so I'm very curious to see, at least in this debate sense, how he's going to deal with the flack that people have been kind of pressuring him on, like, hey, you got all this money, and people are relating him to like a Democratic Trump, really, just like a candidate with money. So I'm very interested to see the drama that comes out of that.
Well, I'm sure that we'll be talking about this soon as the vote is on February 22nd. So we'll come back to it then. So, Alrighty, 2 Ohio Republican House representatives are planning to propose a bill that would make it more difficult for transgender youth to physically transition to the gender they identify with. Ron Hood and Bill Dean expressed their intentions to co-sponsor such a bill in a press conference last week. Hood said they are concerned about children who would, quote, would be subjected to these procedures, which are irreversible, end quote. The bill, which has not yet been proposed by either representatives' offices, would prohibit gender-identifying medicinal or therapeutic treatments from being performed on a minor. Doing so would penalize healthcare providers who supply those services and allow minors and their families to sue medical providers for such treatments. This announcement comes after 57 bills were proposed in state legislators in 2020 alone that limit access to transgender medical care.
The hits keep coming for the Houston Astros as LA Angels center fielder Mike Trout voiced his opinion on the lack of punishment for the Houston team this past week. His comment comes after the MLB commissioner decided to not punish the team after evidence surfaced of the organization stealing coveted baseball signs from their opponent, the LA Dodgers, back in the 2017 World Series.
I don't agree with the punishments. The player's not getting anything. It was a player-driven, thing.
Last year, the Houston Astros were granted immunity by Manfred and the MLBPA in exchange for their cooperation during the investigation. The Astros were accused of using video recordings to steal signs and use illegal signals to alert other team members of upcoming plays. Trout joins the growing list of MLB players disapproving the decision, who argue that immunity should not have been granted. And I want to say, full disclosure, I don't know sports. I know touchdowns. I know, throw this, catch that. But I love the drama. And I love what's coming out of this. This has been happening, since 2017, right? Yeah. We even put a poll out on our official Twitter page asking you guys what you guys think should have happened. And a resounding 71% of everyone said that they should have had their title revoked, amongst either getting a large fine, nothing, or something else. So really, as somebody who loves the drama, what do you guys think of all this drama?
Alrighty, so this has happened a lot, especially with gambling in particular. I mean, Pete Rose, who was a manager and a player for the Cincinnati Reds, he literally is trying to use this because he gambled when he was a manager and a player for the team, and he ended up getting, shut out as a manager. He's banned basically from baseball, and he can't get on the Hall of Fame ballot, right? Well, he's now using this because they didn't get any consequences. So he's like, well, I did. So how about you put me on the ballot now? He's been trying to get on the ballot forever now. But another one is the 1919 White Sox. So what happened was Shoeless Joe Jackson and 7 other players, they were banned from baseball after they gambled the World Series, and they lost it intentionally to get this money. So they are banned from baseball. They can't be on the Hall of Fame ballot, just like Pete Rose. And so they got the consequences. So how come the Astros aren't getting any of the consequences? It's not fair. But at the same time, how do you punish a whole team? Do you ban them all from baseball? Do you give them a suspensions for so many games? So I kind of understand why the consequences have been a little iffy, like not getting any or not. But I mean, I don't think that it's right to have them just get away with it and keep their title. If anything, they need to lose their title.
And I think everybody agrees with that as well. I mean, we have advanced technology nowadays. They were able to pitch in cameras at a certain different angles that in 1919 you weren't able to do. And it's something that I feel like the team should be able to have a certain consequence, probably even not be able to play games for a certain amount of time, just because. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard their apologies. A lot of people didn't really believe them. Somebody's even said that might as well go watch a WWE perform because honestly, these people aren't taking it seriously. Instead of saying we're sorry for what we did, they're practically saying we're sorry for being caught. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I will say before we wrap this up, you got to be pretty mad you got to do something pretty bad to make Buffalo Wild Wings tweet about you, because from the reason I found out this story, Buffalo Wild Wings tweeted a tweet talking about this is how you should punish people after they quote tweeted a story about a European soccer league who had been punished for something very similar. I don't know, man. If Buffalo Wild Wings is saying that, you should do it. Definitely. Anyways.
Caroline Flack, former host of the hit reality TV show Love Island, passed away this past weekend. Her family issued a statement confirming that she died by suicide in her East Linden flat and asks for privacy during this time. Her death has sparked a discussion over mental health concerns, particularly regarding media reporting. An online petition calling for a review of the media coverage following her death has collected over 500,000 signatures. There is also a campaign urging legislation to pass Caroline's Law. This online petition is meant to outlaw, quote, knowingly and relentlessly bullying a person, whether they be in the public eye or not, up to the point that they take their own life, end quote. Flack was best known for hosting Love Island, was on The X Factor, and won the UK show Strictly Dancing in 2014. Her boyfriend, friends, family, and fans have expressed their grief and share their condolences. She was 40 years old.
The Australian bushfires have reportedly destroyed 27 million acres of land and have killed 33 people, in addition to an estimated 1 billion animals. The fires have altered Australia's environment and climate, making it overall hotter and drier and worsening the air quality for the residents. Most of the firefighters in Australia are volunteers giving their lives to help the cause. A political conservative, Malcolm Turnbull, who served as Australia's Prime Minister until August of 2018, was dismissed from office by the right wing due to his support for cutting carbon emissions. He was replaced by Scott Morrison, who prioritizes protecting the country's mining industry and minimizing climate change. 23 former fire chiefs, including Greg Mullins, wrote to the Prime Minister last April, warning him of the devastating fires and requesting for more resources, to which Morrison refused. Despite his claims that climate change is a subjective topic, Australia continues to burn at a horrific rate.
In some lighter news, and to wrap up today's episode, let's give you a bullseye of a story. An 8-year-old who took over her local Georgia Target to throw her dream birthday party on Sunday. Braden Lawrence and 10 friends donned red shirts and khaki pants to partake in a scavenger hunt throughout the store. The game ended with the 8-year-old checking her friends out at the register number 8. The attendees were given gift cards to purchase an item of their choosing while showing off their Target team member name tags that the manager had made for them. Lawrence's aunt, Ricky Jackson, took to Twitter to share pictures and videos of the festivities, clarifying that, quote, no, Target doesn't do parties. We had to ask for special permission from the manager. LMAO, end quote. I have never wanted to have a birthday party at Target in my life more than I do now. That's crazy.
It's the cutest thing that I've ever seen. And I'm sure uniforms. So yes, the uniforms are so adorable.
If I could have my next birthday party at Taco Bell, I would be set. I think maybe I would be better than her. I don't know. We're not comparing, but my birthday party at Taco Bell will be better. And you guys, that's all the time we have today for the Report episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned for more news, views, and info to go. I'm Ryan Matthey.
I'm Jackie Garcia.
And I'm Brie Eastlick. Stay fresh, Fullerton.